Hey guys, Deplorable Deb. I have something else that I want to talk about because I guess many of you guys are watching the news. A lot of tonight, what I'm finding, and it just gets me sick, is the fact that they keep harping on the fact, just like today. Dianne Feinstein is a Democrat, and there's other people that were Republican. And a lot of them, if you noticed, if you watched, okay, I watched part of it, then I got busy with something else. If you noticed that they all asked Comey one same question. They wanted to know that a man with his status, okay, and his knowledge and whatever you want to call him and his smarts, if he felt that he was being demanded to stop an investigation, and he knows that's wrong, okay? They wanted to know why, while he was there talking privately to the president, at any time, he didn't get up and say, "Excuse me, Mr. President, but I'm uncomfortable with this. You can't do this," okay? Or why didn't he go to the Senate, or why didn't he go to the Attorney General? What he did was he said that he did feel that way. He felt highly that the president was demanding him to stop the investigation of General Flynn, okay? So here's my take on it. My take on it is, you know why he turned around today and he said, oh, being so sincere, oh, I don't know why. Yeah, that is a good question. Why? You don't want to know why? Because it didn't happen. See, this is what gets me. So now this is all they're talking about, okay? This is all CNN or MSNBC or ABC even now. Whatever her name on Fox. The 7 o'clock, I don't know. I get her mixed up with Gretchen Carlson. I have no idea. But she had people on. And that's what they're harping about. You know why he didn't do anything? Because it didn't happen. So how are you going to do anything if it didn't happen? See, that's my point. My point is the president never said to him, okay? And if he did use the word, I hope, okay? I hope is not a demand. It's not a demand in any way. James Comey is so annoyed at the fact of the way he was terminated, okay? That everything is coming out of his mouth is just a complete, trying to pay back the president. Even do you hear the story of what he said that after he was fired, he went to bed and then he got up at 3 o'clock in the morning because then he realized he had to do some memos to get it out. So he called his professor friend, Mr. Leaker, and then said that he couldn't do it himself because he had to get out of his driveway because of the media. So he had to hand it over for somebody else to do the leak. And you know what I feel? It never happened. See, that's the point. Because it's true. If, in his status, ever felt that way, and let's remember something. You know why he's full of shit? Because on May 3rd, he was in another hearing, and he said that never has he experienced anybody asking him to drop an investigation. So, if he was all upset, right? If he was all upset, would he have said that on May 3rd? Because you know why? May 3rd happened already. May 3rd, he gave his truthful, under oath. And then what happens on the 14th? Or whenever he got let go, he was fired. So now he has to come out with some bullshit. And then what happens? He even has people at the hearing bringing it up to him. Well, Mr. Comey, why didn't you do something about it? Why didn't you raise the question then? You know why? Because he's not fooling anybody, people. You know it and I know it. It didn't happen. Hello, Comey. Guess what? It didn't happen. And then you use the stupid excuse that you're a civilian. So at the time you're a civilian, you release, okay? Because you want to know what? You're okay. I'll buy that. I'll buy that. Because you know what? When those meetings happened, you weren't a civilian. And supposedly you're claiming you wrote down 7 or 8 memos. When you wrote those memos down, right, you weren't a civilian. But then all of a sudden, okay, all of a sudden, you get fired, and then you want to tell us, the American people and the committee under oath, that you were able to release them because you're not a civilian. How about this? How about you wrote them at that time? You wrote them when you weren't a civilian because there was never no memos. And you know that. And you know what also that was wrong? You told the committee that the New York Times had the memos. Well, you know what? That's a lie, because the reporter of the New York Times said, no, this was a phone call he had. A phone call. So you know what, guys? I had to come on and report that, because the shit that's saying now, and if you keep hearing it, remember what Deplorable Deb said. Yell at the TV and say it. You know why you didn't open up? You didn't say nothing to President Trump? Because it didn't happen. That's why. It didn't happen. And you know it. Till I report again.